Having found all my old ballet garb, I head back upstairs with a big smile on my face. I'm excited to see Charlie wearing this stuff. He's going to look so gosh darn cute. Here's hoping he doesn't get too grouchy about wearing my clothes from when I was a little girl. I don't want to bend his masculinity too much. Charlie, I call out as I reach the bottom step. It's all a little dusty, but I found them. I can't believe I used to fit in all this. It's all so adorable. Oddly, Charlie doesn't reply. Worried he'll get all moody with me, I anxiously enter the living room with the bundles of light pink clothing in my arms. Expecting him to be crossed arms and all frowny, he's nowhere to be seen. Where could he have gone to? He wasn't fully dressed, so there's no way he went outside. He definitely can't drive right now. I doubt he'd be able to see over the steering wheel. Charlie, I call out again, dropping the clothing onto the sofa. Where are you? Getting a little worried. He again doesn't respond. He's newly transformed into a little girl. Where could he have gotten to? Not really thinking, I start comically looking behind the sofa and in places he absolutely couldn't hide. Even if he is little and so adorable, he defo couldn't hide under our sofa. What am I thinking? Charlie! I screech, now flittering from place to place in our living room, desperate to find him. Scurrying out into the hallway, I move hastily into our kitchen, and he's not there either. Charlie! I shout, starting to panic. Something has happened to him. Where are you? I'm worried. Then, as I turn to run back into the living room, assuming I've missed him hiding somewhere, the downstairs toilet door handle moves. Now, breathing heavily with panic, I grab the toilet door and fling it open. And as I do, poor Charlie gets pulled along, still clutching the door handle for dear life. Easy, he squeaks with his cute little voice. Breathing a huge sigh of relief, I look down at him and smile. I thought I'd lost you. Why didn't you answer me? Charlie looks up at me with those big sparkly blues and frowns. Lost? He asks sarcastically. I almost just lost an arm with how hard you pulled the door. When did you get so strong? What were you just doing? I ask back, ignoring his sassy attitude. Why were you in the bathroom? Awkwardly brushing hair from his eyes, Charlie gives me a stupid look. Usually I'd be a bit annoyed if he looked at me like that, but he's so gosh darn cute that I'm just glad he's okay. What do you think I was doing in the bathroom? He replies, giving me more attitude. Did he just tinkle? As a girl? My eyes grow wide and a smirk draws across my face. Did you just go potty as a girl, Charlie? I ask, instantly making him go bright red. Looking everywhere else but at me, Charlie looks almost too embarrassed to talk. I guess for me it wouldn't be such a big deal, but for my boyfriend, having to pee like that was probably a huge deal. I probably shouldn't tease him. Mission complete? I ask, now a little bit more empathetic about the situation I've placed him in. Holding his curly long hair over his face, Charlie shakes his head. No, he eventually answers. I stood at the bowl and then I got all freaked out. It must be quite jarring. I know I'd freak out if I suddenly had something dangling down there. Rose? Charlie says, regaining my attention as he scurries back into the bathroom and stands at the sink. Being so little, he can barely see over the sink, let alone touch the taps. He's so sweet. Yes, dear? I reply with a motherly tone. Charlie points up at the mirror above the sink, and I immediately understand. He wants to see what he looks like, but he's too short to see in the mirror. Bless him. You want to see what you look like? I ask, joining him in the small bathroom under our staircase. His cheeks go a deeper shade of red, and he nods. I don't like having to ask, but yes, please. Placing my hands underneath his arms, I lift my boyfriend up with ease. He's as light as a feather. Holding him in my arms, I turn him to face the mirror. He sees himself as a girl for the first time. Expecting him to react passionately, he doesn't. He just stares vacantly at his own reflection. I wonder what's going through his head. I'd expect much more of a reaction from him than that. "Cute, huh?" I ask, using my free hand to brush the hair from his eyes. Charlie just continues to stare. He's really gawking at himself. Maybe this is causing him real emotional trauma. I mean, I even find this a little strange. I'm holding my once strong and handsome boyfriend easily in my arms. "Are you?" I begin to ask, looking at him directly through the reflection in the mirror. "Okay, Charlie?" Instantly, his eyes meet mine. He stares at me for a moment. It's super awkward. Maybe this wasn't the best idea I've ever had. I could have just got another job, rather than potentially scarring the love of my life with my stupid powers. A few more awkward seconds pass, but then Charlie finally answers me. "I'm cold, Rose. Can we get me dressed already?" "Oh, yeah, sure." I smile, lowering him to the floor. Charlie then scurries off into the living room, still holding up his male boxers to stop them from falling. Following in behind him, I see him checking out my old tutu. Lifting it with one hand, he looks at it in awe. "So, you used to wear this?" he asks, bouncing the light layers of the skirt. Sitting next to him on the couch, I look over him with a smile on my face. "Yeah, growing up, I was a huge fan of dancing, and eventually Mom took me to ballet. I do remember feeling a little silly wearing a leotard, but you get over it quickly because the other girls are wearing the same." "Think I'll get over it quickly?" Charlie asks, looking up at me with hope in his eyes. This is my chance to question him again. I really want to make sure he's happy doing this for me. "Are you sure you're okay with this, Charlie?" I ask, reaching across to put a gentle hand on his side. "If you want me to put you back to normal, please just say." Charlie looks down at the floor for a moment in thought. Then he looks back up at me with a smile. "If I ask to change back," he replies, looking me in the eyes, "you'll do it straight away, right?" "Absolutely." "Well," he continues, looking down at himself, "I have to admit I did almost freak out when you left me alone." "You did?" I gasp. "Let me change you back right now. I'm so sorry." No, Charlie squeaks, jumping on the spot to get my attention. "You didn't let me finish." Confused, I look down at my cute little husband. What's he trying to tell me? "I am still kind of freaking out," he clarifies. "Don't get me wrong, though. I thought it would be much worse. I'm in the body of a little girl." Charlie pauses and holds the tutu against his slim body. He looks up at me and smiles. "I'm happy to do this." Charlie continues with determination. "I just need to know how to put me back to normal as soon as I ask." "Sure, absolutely," I reply instantaneously. "Good," he smiles, brushing hair behind his ears. "If I know you will change me back as soon as I say, this is, somehow, kind of exciting. Does that make sense?" "Exciting?" I ask curiously. "So, am I cool to get you dressed?" "Yeah," Charlie grins, passing me the tutu. "I'm excited to try this all for the first time." "You are?" "Yes. It might be a little weird at first, having to act all cute and girly, but I'm not going to shy away from the challenge, especially if it's for you, Rose. I love you." Gushing from the beautiful words coming out of my husband's mouth, I feel a little awestruck. "I love you too." Eventually breaking the moment between us, I start looking at the clothes I'd gathered. I start sifting through them. "Oh, poop," I groan. "I don't think I've got any panties for you to wear." "Oh." Charlie responds plainly. "Yeah," I say, frowning. "We'll have to go to the shop tomorrow and get some stuff like that. It'll be uncomfortable otherwise when we start dancing." "Oh," Charlie says again, reacting slightly more worried. I look at him and I can see he's beginning to freak out again. He's really fidgeting. I should reassure him. We can't really do this tonight, I explain. We'll have to do it tomorrow morning. Well, just great, Charlie huffs. Well, what am I supposed to do now? I think for a moment I don't really want to change him back so soon after transforming him. That hasn't always gone well in the past. I don't want him to know that. I think it might freak him out. Well, I say diplomatically, if I know you well enough, and I do, you don't like the unknown, do you, Charlie? You like to be prepared, don't you? I do like a plan, Charlie replies nervously, almost backing away from me in worry. How about this for an idea? What? You said you're excited to experience this, right? I say, grinning wide. Yeah, Charlie replies, elongating his reply in worry. How about we have a girls' night? I cheer, showing him how excited I am. I can teach you all about being a little girl. I can do your hair, nails, and makeup, and I can teach you all about your body. Charlie looks me up and down for a moment. He didn't instantly say no, so he must be considering it. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's going to be like I've got my own little daughter. Can we, Charlie replies nervously, watch that film I wanted to see on Netflix? Sure, I grin. As long as it's U-rated, I tease. Funny, he answers sourly. I'm still cold, though. What am I going to wear? I stand and place my hand gently on his head. I'm sure I've got something you can wear for now. Might be a little big, but that's all part of the charm of being a little girl. Fine, Charlie sighs, shivering on the spot. Please hurry. I've never felt so cold in my life. Maybe we should put the heating on. My business isn't doing well. I laugh and reply, but you know that. Maybe I can magic you something instead. I raise my hand and click several times, and before my very eyes, Charlie's outfit transforms into something more fitting for a girl his age. Although I can see he's not overly pleased with the color. I think he is happier now he doesn't have to hold up his boxers anymore. Better? I ask with a cheeky smile. I guess so, he answers, feeling the soft material of his new nightie. His cute little smile tells me everything I need to know. I won't tell him I lied about the panties. It's better he gets used to this body before we start learning to dance. Plus, I've already done enough magic for one day.